Welcome to the fastest stop in town. Today, Masechtas Sanhedrin Daf Ayin Beis. We're going to begin on Ayin Alpha Beis by the Mishnah at the bottom. It says the Masis, Ben Sarah Mara Nidan al Shem Seifo. When it comes to this child, he didn't really do anything to deserve to be sentenced to death, but we're only doing it because we project of what will be in the future. Yomos Zakai v'al Yomos Chayev. Let him die now and be sentenced to death, Zakai, and not after he's actually committed a crime. Because we know he's going to end up probably not stealing only from his parents. The father and mother are going to stop having their money lying around because they know the kid steals. He's going to start stealing from people and may end up killing people. So better that we just kill this kid right now on the spot. Should be Sasin Shorishayin, the death of a wicked person, Hanolahen, it's beneficial to them. Vahanola Oilam, and it's hanah to the world. Because the reality is, it stops you from sinning further. What tzaddikim, when it comes to the death of a tzaddik, it's ra'lehen v'ra'lu oylam, because a tzaddik is bringing goodness to the world, and therefore their death is bad to the world, because now there's no longer this great person to help the world. Yain v'sheina, when it comes to wine and sleep, we're shayim hanolahen v'hanola oylam. Better to have a Russia, let him sleep an extra hour. Let him be a little bit drunk. What tzaddikim ra'lehen v'ra'lu oylam. For a tzaddik, when he's sleeping, he's not productive. When he's drinking wine, he's not productive. Otherwise, he can be more productive in doing good things. Pizo rishayim hanolahen v'hanola oilam. Spreading apart, pizer, is something which is good for the rishayim. Tzaddikim ra'lehen v'ra'lu oilam, because we don't want them all spread out. We want them together. We want many people. Many tzaddikim together, they strengthen each other. However, when you have a gathering of wicked together, that's bad. But for the tzaddikim, it's good when they are together. Peacetime and tranquility is bad for the Russia. Says Rashi, Shahatara Shahin Oiskin ba Magina al Hador Ukshahin Misbatlin Peranios Bal Oilam. Okay, so we saw that before. So peace and tranquility for the Rishayim is bad because they're going to end up doing some bad stuff during that time. Tzadikim hanolahen v'hanola oilam. However, when it comes to a tzaddik, it's good that there should be sheket, there should be peace and tranquility. So let's continue now with Ayin Beis Amud Aleph, with the next piece of Gemara. Tanya, Rabbi Yosef Glil Emer v'chim imnei she'achal zet tartim rabas v'shas hachatzi log yayin hayitalki. We saw this before. Just because he did this, okay, he stole, he ate some meat, drank some wine. Amar tar yatzal beis din l'lisco, going to kill the kid. El hagia tayro l'sev daito. Shel ben Saramar. We're able to figure out what his future will be. Shesoif migmar nichse aviv. Eventually, his father will have no more money. Mavakish lamudai, and he's going to continue to want to continue with his habit, his addictions. The enu maitzi, we're not going to have any money to find from his parents. If Yaitzel parshas drachim, go to the crossroads, and he'll steal from people and possibly end up killing them as well. So Amar Torah Yomos Zakai v'Yomos Chayev. Shemi Sasan Shorishayim Hanolahen v'Hanola Oilam. So because of that, it's better that this guy should die now, which will be good for him actually, and the world. Sheina v'yayin l'rishayim, as we said, if they're sleeping, that's actually good for Russia. Hanolahem v'hanola oilam, but sleep and wine for tzaddik is not good. Tzaddikim ra'lahem v'ra'la oilam. Sheket, as we saw, l'rishayim ra'lahem v'ra'la oilam. Tzaddikim hanolahem v'hanola oilam. Pizor, since it's just out of order the way it's written. Okay. Fine. So the interesting question is that we know that if he would murder, which is what the Gemara sounds like, he would actually get saif, would be his death penalty. So why are we giving skill, which is more chomer? So the Yad Ramah says he'll probably be Machal Shabbos too to be chayiv. The Margos Yom says he doesn't listen to his parents, he's probably cursing his parents, and therefore that punishment would be skila. Okay, fine. Let's continue with that. With the next piece, Next Mishnah. It says the Masisa, Habomba Machteres. So a person is digging a tunnel to go into someone's property to steal, and that individual is Nidan al Shem Sofo. The reason why I bring this down is just like Ben Sarmar, he's also Nidan al Shem Sofo. We know that if he's going to put himself in that precocious situation, there's a good chance that he's probably going to kill the person if that person stands up to and not be willing to have the guy steal his money. Hayababa Machteres. Since he's now Chayiv Misa, basically, in the Machteres, and if it happens to be V'shavras and Chachavius, he broke a Kli, so Im Yesh Lo Damim Chayiv. If you're not allowed to kill him, and if you do Yesh Lo Damim, you're held responsible for killing this bandit, then Chayiv, because he was not Chayiv Misa, so therefore he's Chayiv to pay for this broken item. Im Ein Lo Damim Potter. However, if you would have killed him, that you would be potter, so because he was going to murder you, so therefore he's Chayiv Misa, and therefore because of Kumar Rabbi, no, he's not going to be Chayiv to pay for this Kli. Says the Gemara, Amarava Maitam the Machteres. What's the whole notion of why we're going to kill this guy in the Machteres? Chazaka in Adam Maimed Atzma Mamainai. We know a person is not just going to hand over his cash. You break into my house, I'm going to say, oh yeah, here's all my money and here's my jewelry too. But Hai Meimer Omar, he's probably going to say, if this person comes up against me, he's going to try to come up against me, and if he does, I'm going to kill him. So the din is that since you know that he's going to be willing to even take your life, so you can kill him first. Let's say he broke into your house through a tunnel and he took some vessels. The Yatz and he left. So the din is that he's now going to be potter. So my taima, because b'damim kandu, he acquired the kli with his life. Again, the fact that he's potter because he was Chaim Misa. So Marava Mastabra Milsa Rav. Probably, what are we talking about? We're talking about B'Shishivar, it's broken. Delays Nehu, that it's not here anymore. Avol Natolo. If he took it, and he can just easily give it back the way it is, so he should give it back. It's not true. Even if he took it, he doesn't have to give it back. Because since you could have him killed, the Nensu, and if you would steal and he broke something by accident, Chayiv. Alma, what do we see? B'Rishus Kaima. The Torah puts it in his Rishus. Hachanami B'Rishus Kaima, it's considered keel like it's in his Rishus. V'lohi. And Rava says that's not the case. Kiyamina Rachmana B'Rishus Inyan Einsin. When do we say that it's considered Rishus if an Einus happens that you're Chayiv? Double Inyan Machn, to acquire it, B'Rishus the Marayu Kaima. It's still in the Rishus of the original owner. Midi dehavi a shoyel. That's the same thing as a shoyel, as a borrower. Okay. Again, a shoyel is chai b'oinsin, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have to return it. Tnan. Baba machteres, he's in the tunnel. The shiver sachavis, he breaks a kli. Yesh lo damim, if he would not be allowed to be killed, chayiv. Ein lo damim pater. The time of the shiver. Our Mishnah says it's because he broke it. The chi ein lo damim pater. Mashmaha not loy. However, if let's say he would have just taken it, then maybe he would still be chayiv. So the kashan rav. Now who adin feel natal nami. Even if he would take it, he would also be potter. So why does it mention break? That if yesh lo damim, that he's that you're not allowed to kill him, he's chayiv to return it, not just if it's intact, but even if it's broken, because since he was not going to be, he's not chayiv misa, because this is a person that he knew that no one's going to kill. He's not a killer, and therefore you have no right to kill him. So therefore he's chayiv, whether it's even if it's a broken kli. So pshita maziku. So it's obvious that case. It's too simple because he's a mazik. Of course he should be chayiv for what he broke. Hakamashman nefilu shelo b'kavana, means even if he broke it without intention. So my kamash, well, another mud oilam. We already know this din because tanina. Other mud oilam ben Mishem ben Beis ben Manis ben Ratzain. Kasha. So it actually is a good kasha because we already know that you're, no matter what, you're chayiv as an adam. An adam is a muad, as the Gemara in Mishnah in Bava Kama says. So Rashi says kasha masnisin leterutza libra rav v'komakam tiyufta lo havi. It's a kasha, it's not a tiyufta. Tiyufta means checkmate. There's no other way around. It's reputation. Kasha deloy behedikatani lo notel chayiv. It doesn't say explicitly. Notel chayiv. V'yigashnuyi beducha. You can maybe answer b'daychik kidishanin demishum reisha nakat shavar v'hainu deika being kushula tiyufta. Okay, so you could come up with this teretz. That's why it's not a tiyufta. Okay. Fine. So he said kasha. So Masav Rabbi Rabbi as a kasha. Hagainav kis b'Shabbos. Someone who steals a purse of money on Shabbos, chayiv. So why you chayiv? To return it, you're chayiv misa for of hoitzah. Shahar nischai b'gneva kodim shevel yedi iser Shabbos. Because you're chayiv for gneva, you already koine it first. So once you're koine it, you're chayiv for that, and then the misa only happened later on. The chayiv misa when you walked out. However, hayig megarba yaitze pater. However, if you're megarba yaitze, which means you drag it onto the ground, so therefore you are not koine it b'hagbah. Therefore, what ends up happening? The kinyan of the chayfetz as well as the chil Shabbos take place at the same time. It's b'vasachas, and therefore shar iser gneva. The Isser skill boin ke'echad, and since they happen at the same time, so therefore in that situation, you would be pater of kimun rabina. The hilchasa and the law of all this is shadin b'naira that was thrown into the river. So again, this was a kasha, right? So what's a kasha? We see that this person who steals is going to be pater, right? Why? Because they happened at two separate times. So if this happened at two separate times, so then he's 1 second. So Hagainav kis b'Shabbos chayiv. Fine. However, if they come at the same time, then you're pater. So the kasha is, so why would we say that he would be chayiv if it happens at the same time? Says Rashi, Rabbi Parach, the Yerman Natal the Isnu Chayiv. How could Rabbi say that if it's intact, that it's Chayiv? We see Beferish over here that you would be pater. So the answer is because it was thrown into the water. And therefore it's not here anymore. That's the reason why. Rava Ignavula Dichri B'Machtarta. Someone stole his rams as they went through a tunnel. Hadrinhu nihile, and then they returned the rams to him. However, below kablinhu, he didn't want to accept it. Apparently, because he felt it now belongs to the ganav. Amr hoyel and nothing rav. Since we hold like Rava that they're chayiv to return these rams, so why didn't he accepted? Okay, so because of nothing mepum Rava. Okay. Let's look at Rashi. Tehilchasa hadin tani pater. Why are you pater? It's only because you threw into the water and it's not around. Fine. Okay. Weiter. Famous sugi over here. Tanurban. Ein lo damim. So, if you kill him, you're not going to be punished because you're going to have your life. He's going to kill you. So, im zarcha shemesh alav, if the sun is shining on him, b'chei shemesh alav b'vad zarcha, what the sun always shines on him. Ella im baruch hadavar kashemesh. It just means that if it's very clear to you, like the sun is shining up in the sky. Shein lo shol mimachi. There's no peace. Hargo, you can kill him. You know the guy's going to kill you. You can kill him first. Bimla, but if you don't know for sure, if you know for sure that your life is in danger, kill him. But if you're in doubt, then al tahargu, then you should not kill him. Tani idach, im zarcha shemesh alav damim loy. That if you're positive, then that he's going to be innocent, he's not going to harm you, then damim lo. V'chi hashemesh alav bilvad zarcha im barucha kashemesh. If it's clear, sheyesh l'shom imcha, there'll be peace with you. Al targenu. V'im love, then hargahu. So kasha stama stama. So it's a kasha between the two stamas. For one case, it says, if you know that he's not going to kill you, don't kill him. Otherwise, maybe you can. The other one is, if you know for a fact he's going to kill you, then kill him. Otherwise, don't kill him. So what happens in the case of stam? So it's interesting language of Zarcha Shemesh. So I once came up with a shot that a Ganav, the whole notion of a Ganav is he's very self-centered. He's a narcissist. So he thinks everything is mine. So he may even think that the sun is his. The sun is only shining for him, because he's a Ganav, and that's what he thinks of. He's selfish. Only thinks the whole world is his. So anyway, kasha stama stama kasha. So we have the famous teretz on Ayin Beis Mud Beis. Kan ba'av al ben, kan beben al av. Unbelievable. If your father is breaking into your house, then you know, then with great certainty you know he's not going to kill you, and you're not allowed to kill him unless you're 100% sure that he's going to kill you. Stam, we should assume that the father's not going to kill you. But if, let's say, it's a son, the son doesn't have the same compassion to his father. It's karachim aval banim. So therefore, if the son breaks into the house, so mistama, the son may be trying to kill me, and therefore I can kill him. Omarav, cold anything that comes into this machteres, I'm going to kill. With this man as an exception. So my time, because he's a tzaddik. What do you mean? He can't be a big tzaddik, because if he's a big tzaddik, what's he doing in your machteres? The fact that he's a machteres, then itself demonstrates he's maybe not such a big tzaddik. So why would you save him? That he loves me as much as a father loves a son. And therefore, if he would ever be found in my machteres, I know he would never harm me. Tanabanan. Damim loy. So it says damim loshen rabim. Bein b'choyel bein b'shabbos. Ein lo damim bein b'choyel bein b'shabbos. So these dinim, it doesn't matter even if it's on Shabbos. You can kill. You're not allowed to kill. Now bishul ein lo damim, that if you kill him, you're not responsible. Ben b'chol ben b'shabbos israch saklamina midin dehavi aharugi beistin. We know that when it comes to a beistin themselves, the b'shabbos lo katlinan, they're not allowed to kill on Shabbos. So maybe it's the same thing. This guy is in machteres. Maybe you can't kill him on Shabbos. Kamashmon de katlinan, because that's not the same thing. Because this guy could be jeopardizing your life. So that makes sense. El damim loy. That you are responsible in Shabbos. The Hashbachol Katlin can't kill him on a weekday. So Shabbos and boy Shabbos, of course you can't kill him. So that we will still look for him when it comes to a pile of stones that fall down on him. Says Rashi, Im Kishaya Chayter, when he's digging, Nafal of a Sagal. So Mafachin alav, we can move all these stones to save him, because he's not someone who's trying to kill us anyway. So therefore, it's okay. Says Rashi, im bal iskin afashis. If his intention was to kill, kivandi nitan lahargai boy hasra gaver katilahu b'shas chatira. So in that case, you don't have to save him. Okay, so let's move on. Let's look at question 5. Finally, we got to a question. Tanaman damim loy. So you can kill him even though Basin doesn't kill him. Like Haruge Basin is not on Shabbos. Doesn't matter, you can still kill him on Shabbos. Ein lo damim, they are not allowed to kill him. However, it's talking about the ein mefachin alav as a gal. Ein lo damim means that if he's someone who's trying to kill you, then you do not have to be mefachin alav as a gal. That's how it's interpreted here. Okay. Let's look at question TA21, which may be the same thing, but maybe it'll elaborate a little bit better. Baba machteres v'naful of hagal ha'im afakchin b'Shabbos. So he says like this: Im ein lo damim, if you're allowed to kill him, ein mafachin, then you don't do it. V'im yesh damim, But if, let's say, you're not allowed to kill him, then mefachin, then you should do so. And it says, "Ayin meiri demashma de b'choil l'oil mefachin." Okay, which you have to ayin the miri on that, but that's how we're interpreting this. So this is TA 21, and I think this is also an important Rashi again to see the im kishaya chayter nafal of hagam mafachalam hecha delo ba al iskin afashus al ima al ba niskin afashus given it the hargai plusra gavra katilahu b'shas chatira. Okay, so it's an important Rashi. All right. Question TB 22. Damim loy ben b'chol ben b'shabbos ein lo damim ben b'chol b'shabbos. What does that mean? So damim lo l'fakir chlavas agal. Ein lo damim. Right, which you can kill him. Yachol hargoy so afil b'shabbos v'afal pisha based in lo nehargim b'shabbos. Beautiful. It's TB 22. Okay. But okay. Tanurban. The pasuk says Vahukam, says Rashi, B'chol Adam, hitting any person, a feel enu bal hamamoin mutul hargoy. Any person can kill him, even if it's not the person who he's trying to steal his money from. B'chol the hookah is B'chol Adam. Umeis, b'chol misa shiati yachal misa. You can kill him in any way. Now, b'shul b'hookah b'chol adam, that anyone can kill him. It's not going to be no bal habayasu the kimul the in adam ma'imid atzmal ma'maynai, because only the person whose money is going to probably fight for his money. But some other guy, maybe you think the other guy is someone who's some bystander, some guy who happens to be in your house. It's not your property. You don't really care. And you're allowed to kill him. Kamashmon the roidefu v'fil achanam. He's a roidef. Once he's a roidef, if someone's trying to kill someone, it's not only the person who he's trying to kill can defend himself and kill him. Anyone who sees it can kill. Why do we need that? We learn out from Mertzech. The sign Yamoisu Mos Hamake Mertzechu. Now, when it comes to a murderer, you're supposed to kill him with saif. How do we know that you can kill him in any way? We already know this drasha. So shani hasam, but it's different when it comes to Machteres. The pasuk over there says mos yumos, and since it says mos yumos, so that means in any misa. But in our case, maybe not. So why don't we just learn from Ritzech? Because you actually have two places which teaches this din that you can kill in any way: a goyel adam by a city of refuge, an ira miklat, and again by a ritzach. So therefore, you can't learn out through a binyanav when you have these two things already. Tanaban. Machteres, en liel machteres. That's only if you find him in a machteres. Gal chatzer b'karfiyah, and how do you find him climbing on your roof, your courtyard, your porch? Wherever you find him. Why does it say that language? That's the go-to place for thieves to be. Tanidach. Machteres, anyway, ela machteres. Kago chatzer b'karfiyah manayin. Talmud Omer yamatze hagan b'chol makom. Zim kein ma Talmud Omer machteres. Machtarto zuhi hasarasai. You don't have to give this guy hasra. You can kill him because the fact that he's in the machteres, that is his hasra. Omer of Huna. Katan, a child haroidef, was being pursued. Nitin lahatzil b'nafsho. You can kill katan who is a roidef. You can go and kill the katan. So ksavar roidef ein sar hasra. We say that a roidef does not need hasra. Doesn't matter even if it's a katan, you don't give him hasra. So the guy's someone's trying to kill, you kill. Eisi Rav Chisda Rav Huna. It says like this: Yotza roishai. So let's look at Rashi. So katan haroidif. As katan achel hargo. If you have one katan who's chasing after another katan to kill him, So it says Rashi, Afa Gav the Katan who Vlabar Kabuli Hasrahu, they can't be Makabal Hasra. So nonetheless, you could still kill him. Ksavu Rav Huna, right of hand Sarach Hasra, Indian Lahatzil Vanasho. Do Nitno Hasra El Indian Bastin. It's only for Bastin. The Lomatzil Miktale, the Bastin cannot kill Im Harag Blo Hasra. However, this is not but a case of a case of a Machteris. There is no such thing as, that's not the Bastin doing it. Okay, so now we're going to understand this case. It says Yatsa Roisha, says Rashi. Be'isha hamaksha leilid umusukenas. You have a woman who's having difficulty giving birth, and it's life-threatening. The katani reisha hachaya poishetes yada. So it says that, let's say she sticks out the chaya, the nurse sticks her hand into her, the chadcha, and cuts the fetus up, and takes the fetus out in limbs. The chosman shol yatzal aver oilam, because as long as the child is not entered into the world, lav nefesh hu, it's not considered to be a nefesh. V'nitin lohargoi latzalos imo, and therefore, if the mother's life is in jeopardy, so then you can kill the child in utero. Avol yatsa raishai, once the head comes out, ein noigen bo lohargoi, you can't touch the kid. Dehavali kiyua, it's like the child's born. Vein daichen nefesh v'nei nefesh, you can't substitute one life for the other. V'im taimer mas the Basheva ben Bichri in Shmuel Beis. Hini Roisha Mushlach Alecha, the Dachu Nefesh Mipnei Nefesh. It was done over there. It's Hasam Mishom Defilo Masrulo Haynerag Beir Kishis Pashna Yoyev. The Hein Nehargen Imoy, that they would have been killed anyway. But let's say the mother would have been saved. You can't save yourself for someone else, but everyone would have been killed anyway. Okay, well, this is actually important Rashi. Anyway, so let's go back in the Gemara. Yatsa Roisho, once the child sticks his head out, ain't noigen boy. You can't kill the kid. The child, the baby, the infant, this fetus, if you will, is a raidif. It's trying to kill the mother. So why don't we say al din raidif, they can kill the child even after it's left out of the mother. So shani hasam dimishmayika rad v'yula. It's not really the child. It's min hashamayim that this is what's being caused. That's why we make an exception here. The Rambam says by Yaitza Raisha, it's mashma even rov haguf still could kill, but by the other halachos we go basar roiv. So name him a siley roidev shahayorev achar chaver harga. You see someone trying to kill your friend. Armul Rosh Yisrael who ben bris, who you say that, this is a Yid, he's a Ben Bris. So you're giving Hasra over here, right? Saying you're going to be killed. Fine. So how? What does that mean? So he Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda, the sign of Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Omer Chaver in Sarach Hasra. Lafishal Nina Hatayra Unisna Hasra El Havim Shelu Amazed. So let's look at Rashi. Vatar Omer this. V'ha the lokatani yodeyani. He didn't say no. V'yalmanaskin ani yoyse. V'ein kan kabos hasra. V'fil hachim echayiv. So it's a little bit of a trick question. There is hasra being given, but wasn't being accepted. So therefore, that's not considered to be a valid hasra. Yeah, because over here we're talking about a chacham, and a chaver doesn't need hasra. Right of shai, right of achachav hargo. Someone's trying to kill Amrlo. Rosh Yisrael who ben brisu is the yid v'tar amar shavich dam hadam badam amar shavich imam yodeyani shu kin potter. So if he says, I know for a fact that this is the case, and then you kill him, so then you're potter because you did everything right. Al manaskin and yoysa chayev. But if he says al manaskin and yoysa, so what do we see? You clearly need a warning. So it's kasha. Well nisracha the koi betray ivri denara. We're talking about, he's like on the other side of the river. The lo matzi atzule, that you can't possibly save the victim. So my ika, the boy asuli beidina, you want to bring to Beis Din, beidina boy hasra. As you said, Beis Din needs hasra. Boy sema, aimer amalach Rav Huna, anadi amri ketanda the machteres, the amri machtar tezu hasaraso. So clearly, some Tanoim do not require hasra by machteres, just like Raidif, and that is the point. It says Rashi Zuhi Hasarasai Alma Mishum Namaxakin Lo Raidif Lo by Hasra. So clearly, according to some opinions, hasra is not needed by a din Raidif. Okay, let's look at question 6. Only in Rashi. Mahaya heter. What was the heter laharugas Sheva bas Bichri? What heter did we have to kill Sheva bas Bichri lahatzil bezeh es kol ha'ir, to save a whole city? But kaimul and shein doich nefesh nefesh. I thought you're not able to do that. So why do we kill Sheva bas Bichri to save a city? So the answer, as we saw in Rashi, Hasam afilu lo masru haya neharag v'hay nehargan imoy, that if she would have been killed anyway. V'rakat sil atzma shul yihi nehargan. So by this is a way that everyone was able to be saved. Or Sheva ben Bichri mori b'malchus haya v'chayv and misa. They were chayv misa, and therefore that's the reason for that. Fine. Let's just look at the question. Let's see. Okay, we didn't do that. Question TB 23. Adkan.